Fightman. RagnaroK. 3. 아프리카 TV 프리급 스튜디오 라이브 2020 GSL 시즌 3 Korea's Last Stand.
It's time to break out!
10 years! 10! That's all the fingers on your hands. I hope.
Now it's time to hit
Most
the
likely.
Yeah. 10 years.
Yeah.
All right, Artosis,
from the over.
your kid's 10 years old. What grade are they in? What grade is a 10-year-old in?
4th grade?
4th grade. What do you learn in 4th grade? That's
Fourth
what
grade.
GSL will be learning right now. Some grammar.
Geography and writing and
I think you learn cursive in 2nd grade. So that's already out of the way.
yeah, that's right.
You're
You're doing lots of science. and
division,
stuff.
long division,
Yeah, for sure, long division. Yeah.
solving for X. Remember that when you were a kid?
Was that in 4th grade? It might have been.
Might have
can't-
been.
I actually don't really remember that well. What I remember my 4th grade class and where I sat and which trapper keeper I had, but I don't remember what I learned that year.
I don't remember much of. I hated school personally.
That was the dark years before
Yeah.
StarCraft came out.
Yeah, that's right. That was the dark ages.
Yeah.
Things were very primitive back
Cave
then.
people.
Drinking mud water.
영광의 전투가 펼쳐진다. GSL을 위하여. 전투 지원이 들어왔다. 함께일 때 우린 더욱 강하다. 알파 X, RagnaroK, 신이범.
Wait, when did Warcraft 2 come out? Because that was when I got sucked into RTS. I guess Command & Conquer came out a year before it, right?
I'm not sure.
Maru,
I didn't like I think I started playing Warcraft 2 in like '97.
Yeah,
But I
something
was
that.
like, yeah. So, but I don't know what year it came out. It probably came out before that.
Because I was super
Because
into,
I didn't like get it when it came out. I got it when my friend showed me it.
I got super into RTS with that. It was Warcraft 2 and Command & Conquer. But StarCraft was the one where it's like, you can really actually do a lot in the multiplayer.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very confused by people that are into other competitive RTSs and haven't tried.
There's other competitive RTSs?
There are, well, people say that they have scenes for them, but it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know how big they actually are.
Yeah.
Age of Empires 2 was remastered.
Yeah, no, they
So I
they
haven't-
actually do have a bit of a scene.
Yeah, they've got a competitive scene.
I've been meaning to try that game out a
Does
bit.
Company of Heroes have a scene?
I don't think so.
I don't know,
Like,
actually.
I think most games have like at least a little scene, but it's not like. Yeah, it just.
I guess for me, you see all these other RTSs out there, it's like, but you have StarCraft here, it's so big and it's got all this great infrastructure.
Yeah, like I mean, for some people, I think it's maybe the flavor of the game or something. But I think a lot of people, at least when I've read other people talk about RTS games that they like that aren't StarCraft, some people just like pretend that StarCraft is something it's not.
Well, that's a big problem.
Yeah, where they're like, oh, it's just like about how quick you click or how many units you have or something.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, no, it's actually 10 times more strategically deep than the crap you're playing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
Well,
but
that's one of the
true.
weird, these are people that are actually, there are people out there that are just lying to themselves.
Yes, that's for sure.
It's very, very odd.
That's almost everybody.
Yeah, where they're like, well, actually, StarCraft, it's all about APM, and I'm just trying to use my strategy. I'm like, oh, you're bad at games mechanically, and your brain sucks.
Yeah. Well, those are just people that don't want to learn.
Yeah.
Anyone can become good at this crap. This is not.
Yeah, you can
We
learn.
are not special snowflakes. Like anyone can be good at
Yeah.
StarCraft.
You have to work really hard at it, but you can get good.
Yeah.
I don't want to be fast, Artosis. I have all these strategies. I just can't do
Yeah.
it because I can't move my units quickly. Oh, boo-hoo, buddy.
Like, well, if you're so strategically minded, let's go have you play some Go or chess.
Yeah, let's have you play chess.
And then they're like, no, but I need to be able to move a little bit.
Yeah. That's just the thing, though.
I also need to play a game with no player
I would
base.
play if Blizzard finally got rid of that stupid Knight unit.
Yeah. Hellions in a medevac. All right, all right, all right. Maru trying to hide his build a little bit here.
I want to see if this actually goes into a late game. That's what I'm most interested in. Because I do feel like Maru is so much more just overall robust that a lot of these games he just wins 2 or 3 fights and then the game ends.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you really just see him outpace the other player. Where I think the last series we had, that was epic, man. That was a great epic series, but I think a lot of times Maru doesn't allow for that to happen.
That's for sure.
You know?
He just outskills people so heavily at game ends before then. Okay, Hellions and a medevac full of Marines is coming across the map. Third command center on the way, so he's building up his economy. There's 6 Hellions. And there's the drop. Ooh, I think he's going to do a lot of damage. Now, here are the Lings. So if the Lings are here, that means they're not where the Hellions are.
Right.
But the Queens are.
But the drones are not there either, so it didn't really do much of anything.
No, not too much, not too much.
It's funny, the little architectural features like this nook on the map actually can be taken advantage where the Marines can go in there and it sort of acts as a filter for most of the Lings.
But he doesn't really find that much damage. I thought he might be able to fry some drones at least at that third base, but RagnaroK playing very safely, does not have drones over there right now. But Maru's just getting into a macro game here anyways.
Okay, Hellion's going to come up here from the top. And again, I'm not clear if there's that many workers over here. But Maru has to decide if he wants to commit. Just takes out that one creep tumor. Maru always able to take something and engage.
Even a creep tumor.
Even a creep tumor or toast. Yeah. But every little fight he takes, he just
needs some
little victories, you know?
Doesn't want to go home with nothing.
And now we're going to have the Marines and the Hellions come up here combined.
Doesn't seem like he's going to get that much done, though. I think the defense has been very good. Yeah, see? RagnaroK's, he's microing very well. He's staying on his creep. You never want to engage off creep, especially against Maru.
Okay. Stim almost done. And this is a forward base here by Maru. So Maru's going to be keeping the pressure on, and because of the position of that base, you're kind of defending the third base as well.
Yeah.
Like it's hard for Zerg to try to run around this and hit that when there's this much pressure. And this is where we're going to see the tug of war between the Terran and the Zerg here. Oh my god, Maru miscontrolling. Going to lose 4 Marines. Whoa.
A few Lings go down. But Maru's keeping the creep so far back right now with this gold base, his macro is just going to explode. He's, like, I feel like RagnaroK is defending well overall, but Maru's pressure is really nice. And he's just able to do so much behind it. But he is supply blocked. Look at that, 2 depots at once.
Yeah.
Even Maru's not perfect.
In a weird way, that's probably comforting for most people.
Yeah, until
like when
he
you see the
drops
best
a supply mule thing, you know?
Yes.
Like I'm sitting there watching it, and then his
totally,
supply just popped up, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool.
You totally took what I was going to say. And I was going to say, like, it's kind of comforting to see even the best in the world make the same mistakes that, like, you know, more novice players make. And you're like, yeah, until he...
Well, dude, that's frustrating.
It's true.
When I see someone they get supply blocked, they're like, oh, I just have, if I didn't use up all my mules or scans, I can just fix that right now.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fixed. Haha, I still make units. It's like, what? I can't believe that's not used more, by the way.
So, Terran keeping the pressure on. Now, Terran has the gold, the Zerg does not. And so we're going to see a higher amount of Marines start to come out here. And the Zerg has to do a really good job of trying to outlast this. If the Zerg outlasts this and the Terran doesn't kill any bases, Zerg's going to be very ahead. And will then probably be able to take the gold base of his own.
It's a pretty good spread overall. Those Faintlings come in and get mowed down pretty quickly. There are mutas out now. It's kind of a small force here from Maru.
Pick up over there in the north. There's just enough mutas here. There's no way to take this fight. Oh, wow. Dropping over there, losing a lot of the infantry to the Banelings. And RagnaroK has won 2 big fights right now.
Yeah, he's doing all right, that's for sure. But Maru does have that gold base, let's not forget. That is a really important thing. There's not a lot of creep over here. Look at just the creep difference that we saw against Dream and against Maru, right? He can barely keep creep in front of his bases. This looks like Wings of Liberty creep spread, but only because it's Maru.
Yeah. Another push comes through. And this is a lot of medevacs. There's going to be a lot of healing going on here, but there's not a ton of Marines. So I worry for Maru that if Zerg can just stay back a little bit more, he can pump out enough units that he can just smash this thing.
Right, poking up into that natural just for a moment, runs back. The mine's giving him some cover.
Okay.
He's going to go with that counter. Oh. Turning those depots down.
Good little
Mine's
counter
gone.
there by the mutas. Again, though, Maru sensing weakness, seeing if the mutas are not there, maybe he can try to come into this location. Great pickup. Will he go for the main, actually? I guess not. I guess he's going to actually turn around. We need to get an Overseer over here.
Yeah,
if
seriously.
these Spider Mines, or Widow Mines, excuse me, stay here for long enough, it's going to be...
Oh, they're gaining value
Yeah,
over. A
this
couple
is
of those.
right between all the rally points here.
Oh, man. Okay, a couple overs here, so he will finally be able to get rid of those, but a lot of Marines left over. Mine's coming up as well. I think RagnaroK is just about broken.
Yeah, it seems like Maru just has enough. RagnaroK was hanging on, but he did not clean up those Widow Mines. He took a few bad engages. I think he kind of put himself out of position when he tried to counterattack with the mutas and then move them all the way up through the top.
Yeah.
That allowed Maru to really set up a good position. And I'm sorry, please go
I
ahead.
was going to say, Maru just, like, he kept the pressure on and kept the creep out of that area specifically, right?
Yeah.
So he's rallying through, which is mostly protecting his expansions.
Yeah.
Because he's literally rallying through them, so you have tiny windows where there's no units there.
10 years! Go ahead.
Yeah, but that's, Maru showed his power that game.
Yeah, that's
That's
what
what the
Maru
best
win
TVC
right there.
in the world looks like, right there.
Yeah. He just never gets behind, slowly outpaces you, and you get toppled. Okay, game 2 will be on Pillars of Gold. I think RagnaroK looked okay. I have to imagine he's probably a little bit tired from his first best-of-3 series.
Okay, okay.
But he's going to need to pull it together. If he can win here, he's out. But it looks like right now, as expected, Maru will probably move on. Okay, our game's loaded up. Let's do this. RagnaroK versus Maru, game 2.
영광의 전투가 펼쳐진다. GSL을 위하여. 알파 X 확인합니다. 신입범.
Game paused.
Uh-oh.
Oof. Does he have milk running down his forehead?
He's sweating milk. That's,
It's baling milk.
yeah.
He's a brood
It's like-
mother.
He's like one of those cyborgs in the Alien series.
Yeah. All right. Not sure what this is. It's probably a sound error. That's generally what it is.
Remember when they knocked off Ash's head in Alien, all that white
Oh, yeah.
juice came out? I'm like, oh, yeah, robot juice.
Yeah, that's robot blood.
That's robot blood.
Haven't you seen robot blood before?
Yeah.
That was my first time I saw robot murdered, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I think RagnaroK is sweating milk.
Poor guy.
That's not good.
Probably not.
Can we get a doctor in
Good
here?
for the skin, though. Good
Huh?
for the skin.
Yeah, don't Google sweating milk and end up on WebMD. You're going to scare yourself. Okay?
Oh, man. So there is a little bit of lag going on is the issue. And, of course, you don't want lag.
And he's sweating milk.
Yeah, that's a big, big issue going on right now. 10 years.
It's the first time. We don't say 10 years Artosis until the cake's on camera.
I saw the cake.
Was it on camera just then?
Might have been. You don't know.
Maybe I missed it. You know, sometimes we've talked about people laughing so hard that milk comes out of their nose. But
Yeah, that's always a
when
funny
you're
one.
sweating milk, it's like
What's the worst thing that you ever had come out your nose?
the worst thing. I think someone once made me laugh when I was having a shot of rum. And that was really bad. That was just like, yeah.
Oh!
Someone said something funny, and
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, man, that would be rough.
What about you?
Vinegar.
Vinegar.
Yeah, I was a kid, and there was a bottle of vinegar, but I thought it was soda. So I poured a glass and went like that,
Oh,
and it gave me such a reflex
Yeah.
it came out through my nose.
that is nasty.
It was bad. And that's why to this day I don't drink vinegar.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to figure. I'm like, so you were just like drinking a cup of vinegar? It could have been worse. You could have been like, oh, blue paint.
Blue paint. I was like, yeah, I
Yeah.
was going to go see Blue Man Group, and I thought I should be blue on the inside because I wanted them to know I loved them.
I thought I was drinking orange paint, and then somebody said it was blue right when I put it in my mouth, and I got startled, and so it came out my nose.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
It was so gross. I thought, wait, blue paint, gross. Look at that. 10 years of GSL.
I wonder how they chose which champions to put on.
But it's not even a battle royale. How can it be an esport? Where are the cards in this game?
Yeah. My gosh.
Where are the easy fighting game inputs I want to make it an esport?
StarCraft always.
But what part of the game do the fall guys fall off the stage and get eliminated?
Oh my. Can you even 360 in this game,
You
Tasteless?
can't even.
can't
Where's
even
the
do it.
bomb you have to defuse? There's no bomb. There's no esports, you idiots. But Tasteless, how do I knock my Rocket League ball into the goal? Let's take them all down. Let's take all the other esports down.
Like, well, you probably use the aliens. I don't know.
Yeah. That's what Rocket League needs is Hellions.
What other esports are there? Where's my football players throwing the football?
Where's my how do we all spam our ultimates at once?
Yeah.
How do we do that?
How do we do it?
What else is there? I'm running out of esports.
Yeah, you almost got them all already.
But there's not even a jungle on this map. Where's my jungler supposed to go? 10 years, guys.
Yeah. It's a long time. This show is really old now.
This show is old. We're old.
Well, I'm not old.
We're old, Artosis.
Yeah? You think so, really?
No. We were talking about being old like 3 years into GSL. Now we're much older.
Yeah, that's true. I
Yeah.
don't feel old, though, at all.
No, I don't feel old at all.
Well, except in my knees and
Yeah.
how tired I am all the time. But
Yeah.
other than that,
My
age,
my hatred of teenagers.
my
and
growing, my graying hair.
yeah, yeah.
Other than that, though, I'm like,
The fact that you really enjoy pickled food now and you couldn't before.
yeah, no, that's something else.
The fact that now you enjoy a can of sardines and think it tastes good.
The fact that I go to the drugstore to buy peanuts.
Game paused.
The fact that you enjoy going to the hot sauna.
Yeah,
We do like going to the sauna.
sauna's great.
All right.
Well-
Well, this is,
We're continuing to have lag.
yeah.
Just playing lag, Maru.
Mario.
Just do it, Maru. He's like, why are we playing on the Australian server right now?
Yeah.
Can we just change to the Korean server? Like, no. Well, here's the thing about the regions.
That's a nice picture of France over there on that shirt.
Oh, was it?
It's the Eiffel Tower.
Is it the Eiffel Tower, or is it the little one that's in Las Vegas? That's the one I really want to see.
It's the one that's half the size but looks the same that's in Macau. Or you're like, you guys could have just made your own structure. You didn't have to. I saw that when I was in Macau a couple years ago.
Yeah. I still haven't made it to Macau.
Macau's not bad. It's okay. If you go to Hong Kong, you just get on a boat and go to Macau.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been to Hong Kong a couple times.
Great city.
I love Hong Kong.
Great city.
Yeah.
Let's take a few more of these shots over here. Look at that. Great studio.
Beautiful studio.
Beautiful studio.
So tasteless.
So, Sweat and Milk. No.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Please.
So we've been in GSL 10 years.
Yes.
Tell me something that you remember about GSL tasteless.
They were trying to ask us in the interview for that mini documentary. They're like, "What's the most memorable thing in GSL?" And I'm like, "Well, I mean all of it. I guess we've done so much stuff here at GSL. I don't have one most memorable moment.
Yeah.
I just remember mostly right when it started being excited that we actually had work.
Yeah, that was exciting.
that was going to pay us.
Getting regular pay.
Because before GSL, this was the conversation Artosis and I were having with every other TV station or you name it when we were trying to get out here to promote StarCraft. Is they would say, yes, but foreigners don't watch StarCraft. And I would say, well, yes, that's correct because you don't have it in English. Yeah.
And actually, they do watch it. They pirate your VODs.
Yeah. They did not know that Team Liquid was literally 10 times the size of InVen in those meetings. But there's always been this chicken and the egg thing, though, before this happened. Where it's like, but foreigners don't. Because there's no foreign StarCraft or English
we
content.
still get that for StarCraft 1 stuff. They're like, foreigners don't really like this game.
Yeah, and I'm like, if you put an English broadcast on, people will watch it.
Yeah, yeah. That has been a recurring theme of our lives.
It was hard when we first started GSL. We had many other people we were working with, but some people were much more abrasive when we started. Remember being told we couldn't say the word nerd in the cast? Remember that?
Yes. I was trying to remember some of that anymore, this morning.
Yeah. So they were like, don't call them nerds. And I'm like,
don't mention Team Liquid on the thing.
Yeah, that was another one. Yeah. That person's long gone. But
long gone.
Yeah.
Good riddance.
That was, they're like, don't call them nerds. I'm like,
yeah.
What? This is a computer game tournament.
On TV.
This is the nerdiest thing there is.
You guys are joking too much.
Yeah, stop being funny.
Yeah.
StarCraft is serious business.
Which one of you is the analyst, and which one of you is the...
This is one of the more annoying things we've had to deal with.
I'm like, yeah, no, you're right, it's me.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is actually something that was happening, too, where it's
there used to be people that were like, why aren't you casting like the Koreans? Like,
yeah. Have one guy only analyze, one guy only play-by-play.
You know what's
Which
funny?
we don't do. Yeah.
You know, it's funny, though, because they would have had us do a three-way cast if there was a third commentator out here. I bet you they would have.
Yeah, well, they tried. This is because I was with the company like a little bit for a few other StarCraft stuff before you were there, but they were really trying to push for 3 people.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there just weren't that many people out here to do.
Yeah. It's actually incredibly hard. We
well,
did
also,
it, once with Apollo?
Part of how we got the show, yeah, we did do a 3-way cast with Apollo once.
Yeah.
I think he's watching right now. We miss you, Sean.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a couple other obstacles we had. I think one of the reasons why we were able to even get this is we basically told them, we can do the whole thing with 2 people, and you don't need to hire writers. We'll just show up and do it, I promise.
Yeah, and they made you observe and me do interviews.
That's right. we were doing a lot at the start before things.
6-7 days a week. Yeah. It was tough.
Yeah, that was. It was weird because there was so much GSL right when this came out that it was like 0 to 100.
You remember when it first, like when we first had that crazy schedule? I used to sleep on your floor a lot because I lived so far away from the studio, and you actually lived pretty close.
Yeah, my apartment happened to be closer to where the studio was.
So I ended up
randomly,
crashing
by
on
the
your floor
way.
a lot. That was good times.
Yeah, that's things are much more at a normal pace. Actually, that was one of the weird things about StarCraft 2 that I think wasn't quite handled well, is there was like too much going on all at once.
Yeah.
And it was crazy being a commentator at that period.
It was crazy.
We're back. 10 years. So we saw RagnaroK get pretty crushed in that last game. I mean, just a really good push from Maru. Let's see if we have the same thing or if RagnaroK can make some adjustments and perhaps win this game too.
Well, I mean, I would not mind having it be close.
Oh, thank God. I was hoping we have another pause here.
Yeah. I was watching that thinking to myself, you know what would be better than a Reaper running around and damaging Lings?
What?
Just you and I talking over Maru's face.
Yeah.
Someone linked the Kodos Facts, which is a great Twitter account you guys should check out. Linked this morning a quote of us talking about Maru at the very beginning, saying he was like TY in the fact that he was so young and playing.
Yeah.
And such a talent. And then pointed out that, yeah, now he's won 4 GSLs and TY's won 1, and they played each other in the finals once.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
So we've actually not been notified what the issue is, but we have running out of pauses here for the
By the way,
the Observer. Yes.
I want to mention Maru was in the very first GSL.
Mm-hmm. He was so little back then.
Yes, he was. We have another player that was in the very first GSL that I just thought of that's in this tournament. Bjorn. He was known as Bleach. He was a Protoss player. He was in the very first GSL. Crazy.
I think Bleach is actually a better AD than Bjorn. I'm right. I can't believe you're even
Probably
thinking about
right.
this.
You're probably right, but then I think of how the anime really fell off, and it's like,
I never saw it.
yeah, it was really good.
He's actually a little bit more weeby than me. This is how we balance it out.
I stopped watching anime actually when I moved to Korea.
There's some real trash anime now. Like there's too much of
I
it.
think
The
there
early,
always was.
stuff was, I think, better because it was smarter, and then now they're churning out so much bad anime.
Yeah, a lot. Well, everything eventually just becomes so monetized.
And right now there's probably people tweeting at me, yelling at me with stupid anime characters as their icon on Twitter, no doubt. Yeah.
I heard it's the thing now to stream with an anime avatar.
I should do that.
You should.
Let's talk about. Let's talk about.
You'd be the guy with the red nose.
Let's talk about what it's like to be a StarCraft caster and use Twitter. So occasionally I outsource stuff I need to Twitter. I'll say, does anybody know a good book, or could someone recommend me this or that? You guys don't always have to just come back with a StarCraft pun. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it, all right?
You said what was the scariest video game?
I said what's the scariest video game?
I saw
Try
PvZ.
PvZ on ladder tasteless. They just imagine me like looking at my phone and being like, oh! And I just can't stop. I laugh so hard it kills me.
I actually did laugh when I saw that because I knew you'd be thinking this.
Yeah.
And I was also, when you tweeted it, I almost made a StarCraft pun, and I'll actually just not do it this time.
Can anybody recommend me a good book to read? How about the StarCraft Manual Tasteless?
StarCraft Manual.
You should see my stream. I stream chess before I do StarCraft because I drink my coffee and play some chess, and it's literally nothing but like, maybe you should upgrade your pawns, Artosis.
Upgrade your pawns.
Get the speed upgrade for your Knight Tasteless. I'm like, you guys. You comedians.
Oh, I tell you. Chat scientists.
Chat scientists. So, yeah, I just thought I'd just put that out there. Put that information into the bloodstream of the internet and just say,
I appreciate it.
All right, Artosis, it's your turn.
Yeah?
You say something.
How
do you actually get to stream as an anime avatar? Is there like software you download?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably. I'm not really sure. But I heard people were doing it. Someone told me that.
No, there's somebody who streams StarCraft as an anime icon.
Cool.
Yeah.
But is it like an overlay on them? Like an Instagram filter or whatever those are? You know what I mean?
I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're not actually that good at computers. This is a thing we've encountered occasionally where people assume that if you were really into computer games, you would like know how to fix your computer when there's a problem with
it. That's true.
I'm
I'm basically a StarCraft jock.
Yeah.
But I'm learning. I'm getting better. It's funny because when I was a kid, I was actually really into computers.
I used to program little games in QBasic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And slowly I'm like, actually, that was when I realized I did not want to be a programmer, is when I took courses in school. And I'm like, oh, I don't like this.
Yeah, I never took the courses, but I found StarCraft eventually, and that's when I realized that everything else sucked.
StarCraft's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty all right. It's kept me quite engaged for a bit. So
we've been just slumming it in Korea here for a while, guys.
Yeah.
Can't travel.
It's weird.
It's weird.
I haven't been out of the
I didn't realize how
since
much
December. I think was Homestory Cup 20
I
or
was
it
out.
November?
I think in February. I was in Japan right when coronavirus hit here.
Oh, that's right.
Back,
yeah, you were.
Yeah.
I remember that weekend actually. I like skipped some ASL quals and because it was like starting to really pop up, and I was like, I may as well just stay home.
Yeah. Good call there.
I don't need to play the next season of ASL.
But I do miss going to overseas events, though. We are both streaming a lot on Twitch, by the way, guys. You should check out our channels.
Yeah.
Hang out with us there. You can make StarCraft puns there to me.
Yeah.
And watch me stare blankly at the chat as I go, I've seen everything you could possibly say.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sometimes my chat surprises me still. Trust me. They have new permutations of stupidity that have never been seen.
No, sometimes chat's really funny, though.
Oh, yeah. They can be quite funny sometimes. Sometimes chat says something, I laugh so hard, but the rest of the chat doesn't think it's funny. and they're like, wow, I just actually lost a lot of respect for Tasteless. I thought he was funny, but now I see you laugh at anything. Which makes me laugh even more.
We've had this where we think we've said a really, really good joke, and nobody ever mentions it again.
Yeah, no one gets it.
And we're like, oh, I thought that was maybe our funniest moment ever.
Yeah.
So is this our longest delay?
No. Our longest delay ever is World of Tanks, man.
No, I mean for StarCraft 2, Artosis.
World of Tanks is StarCraft if you ask everyone else, because apparently we were made to do it.
I love that. People are like, so you guys were forced to do that. I'm like, no, they offered
This
it
company
to-
employs them. They made them cast. It's like, no, we actually really wanted to. It was actually really fun.
Well, this is one of the funnier things about this line of work is just reading people decide what you think and feel and then say it on the internet. And I'm like, I have the same internet as you. I can find this. And you don't know me at all, and you're a moron. All right.
All right, so
No, pause it again. More
3,
delays.
2, 1, PP.
And action.
Yeah, so
10 years later.
how many more years do you think GSL is actually going to go on?
One, no. I don't know. I
Like,
think a
I'm
long
so
time.
sorry, guys, that you guys have to find out like this. We've actually already canceled it.
Yeah.
It's not coming back next year. Because we already know that it gets more time, right? Because that whole
multi-year
ESL
contract
deal type thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's still going strong. Viewership's still good.
Yeah.
I don't see why not. I enjoy my job. Enjoy doing it.
It's a pretty damn good job. Living the life for sure. Look at that. You're right. He always gets something. 2 creep tumors there.
Does it again.
Look, he's going to get that Overlord, too.
I was right, Artosis.
Damn, Tasteless. Maru just kills things.
All right, the Overlord's going to come in here and scout. He does see the Liberator headed south.
Well, 1-1 started here for RagnaroK, which I really like. It's ahead of Maru's. So if he can defend all the aggression, he should be in pretty decent shape.
Okay, here
Lot
come
of
those Hellions now. The Liberator is going to be set up to try to draw some attention away. The Queens are very well placed here by RagnaroK. RagnaroK does generally have very good defense early on. Wow, really quick reactions there, too, with that Sport. Just jumping down there.
Very much on top of it, as he needs to be. All right, the Helmet's actually going to try to run by, and then they turn around because the Lings were in a beautiful position. He tried to run forward there. That was not going to end well. When the Lings are spread really well, the Hellions do not kill them anywhere near as quickly. All right, so we do have 1-1 on the way for both sides. Bailing us on the way, Lair on the way.
We never actually found out what that delay was about, by the way.
It was lag.
Oh, it was lag.
It was
Okay.
lag in the game, yeah.
I was just going to say, I was wondering if one of the players was having some difficulty with their setup or something. Because that could be pretty tilting, you know?
Yeah.
When you start to have problems like that right at the start of a game.
That can be annoying. These guys are pretty experienced, so I don't think it would bother them all that much. Maybe if this was a Nightmare game, he would be, you know, a little bit more tilted with that.
By the way, I think Nightmare Dream going to be a great matchup coming up next.
Nightmare versus Dream?
That's right. Get ready for the puns.
Oh my god. There's too many. I can't even do it.
Yeah.
I reject it.
So 1-1's about to finish up here. The Liberator's going to come back through. And I don't know if this is going to do that much. We'll see.
Yeah,
It's been
a good defense.
Much more passive game from Maru. He's just kind of orbiting the map and making sure that, you know, RagnaroK can't get too out of hand.
Not too bad there. Picks up a couple drones, some lost mining time. Such a funny thing.
Okay, the Hellions are continuing to just comb through, take out any creep tumors they can. Nice attack here with these Marines. Both sides actually backing off. The Liberator once more coming through. And by the way, this Liberator's killed off a lot of drones. And actually, if these Hellions can kill off these Banelings, that would be huge. But they do back away.
Dude, he's getting a ton of tumors with them too, via splash damage and just getting tumors that are not burrowed yet. Like, Maru's doing such a great job keeping pressure on multiple fronts. This has been three-pronged harassment going on for a long time.
And he's basically controlled everything perfectly up until now, eking out damage on every side. And this is where Maru just starts to get further and further ahead. And it's why his later game push is crushed so hard.
Yeah. Well, he does so well leading up to them. Look at this, 4 mines now. Okay, gets up here. It has really well-placed mines. All right, draws one of the mine hits into a queen. Oh, man.
Oh, damn. 2 queens going down, but this is enough on the ground he'll have to pick up.
He's getting Overseer over here ASAP.
Yeah, these mines are halfway done with their cooldown.
Really does need to clear that immediately.
Okay. Guys.
He's stressing me out a little bit. Look at this, and Maru's coming in. He's like, ooh, let's get the reset.
Oh!
Just barely going to get 3
But
of
they're
them.
still, okay. Now I think, at this point in time, I think RagnaroK can actually drive this away.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's see how well this, oh, actually, with that many Widow Mines, I'm sorry, that might actually negate the strength of the Mutas.
Look at all the Hellbats here now as well. Like, Hellbats can tank.
Yeah. Baneling's much less strong there. Oh my gosh, actually coming in here and even getting the workers, getting the hatchery. Big win there for Maru.
Look at that. Beautifully done to kill off that 4th base. Such a crucial moment. You know, that's something that we're always looking at in TVZ. Can you kill the 4th? And Maru, more often than not, it's a yes. He just, such a beautiful execution the whole time. The macro, the micro. You just can't whittle down his army enough.
All right, Muta's coming in here to try to do some counter damage, but you know, this is sort of a typical TVZ where the Terran seems like it's going to win, is when you smash the Zerg's 4th a couple times. That's the key point where the Zerg starts to spike up in growth.
Yeah.
And denying that is just a really, really good, straightforward way to win the game.
Well, it's the most straightforward way, right?
Yeah.
Like, they just will run out of gas, literally and figuratively, if you do that enough. All right, Maru insta-hitting this as it goes down. God. It's like you're born and you get punched in the face at the same time.
And so, with Maru having his 4th up and no 5th, oh, I spoke too soon. There's the 5th now. But still, tempo going to Maru here. Maru with 2-2 about to finish 2, and this may be the part where the next push is activated. You know, when you consider it's the Terran's job to kite and outmaneuver, you really got to appreciate how much those upgrades help in both damage and armor. You know, way harder to kill a good kiting Terran.
For sure. And we just saw 2 of the 3 Overseers killed off, so a couple more are morphing in. But just very small things you can see him do. Maru roaming around the map right now. Gonna check this bottom right again, it looks like, but nothing's there. Maybe he'll come from the high ground towards that 3rd base. Not a lot of creep spread on the high ground there, only 1 tumor.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh! Gotta be careful. Maru really doing a good job with these mines. Very good at setting up. Kind of like mini siege tanks in a way, but it makes the engage for the Zerg just much harder to pull off. A good wall off there. But these bands can still break through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
that's enough. 9
that's
kills, not bad.
Yeah, really nice
I
harassment
call
right
that
there.
a success. Okay,
Oh
these mines are going to kill it.
Well, they mostly do, but it seems like he might have enough to hold on to there. Unfortunately, this hatch will go down, though.
Yeah, wherever Maru seems to be retreating, I promise you there's another attack where he's crushing it.
Yeah, that's true. Otherwise, his whole army would be there.
Yeah.
His army has to be somewhere, and it's normally not at home. Maru backing up, still picking off creep left and right. You really can see the difference between Maru and Dream's TVZ.
Yeah, no
It's
kidding.
just such a different beast.
Well, this is just another level.
And I've honestly heard this for years, even before Maru started winning GSLs, that Zergs were like, oh god, Maru's by far the best TVZ.
Yeah.
You know, he's just in.
No, his control play is just too good. I think it's that, like we were saying, like he's never losing. Somewhere he's winning a fight.
Yeah.
Like, we'll see if this is going to be the fight here, or if there's going to be a drop somewhere else that's going to be really doing the damage, but...
Well, he does have another set of units going towards the bottom right now, but this is his bigger army.
Yeah, look at the split with the Marauders there.
Yeah, they're like perfectly split, basically. Make maximum cost inefficiency here. All right, enough mutilating. He is going to clean this up and even kill the medevacs.
Nicely done by RagnaroK, but what about this attack over here at 6 o'clock?
Yeah.
I think we're going to get it on screen in a second here.
Looks like he's sending some units in, but the Marine's going to gun through.
Okay, can he actually kill this hatch off?
Yeah, looks like he is going to get it.
Yeah, really good play. And again, it's a Zerg on 4 bases. Actually, 3.
It's just as you say, right? Like, he technically lost a battle on the top left. He kills a hatch in the bottom right.
Yeah, he's getting a win no matter what, man.
Yeah.
Good catch here by RagnaroK, but I worry that already the Zerg is just too far behind here.
All right, once again, stemming in. Going to go after this already injured hatchery. Takes that down in a matter of seconds. He's just everywhere.
Yeah, I think we're going to see RagnaroK slowly fizzle out here. Oh, nice micro there by Maru. It's pretty good, man.
That was pretty good.
Yeah,
that was pretty
impressive. So again, there's only 3 hatches that are not being. The rest are being produced right now. Only 3 bases. So
oh my God! And you're right, 3 hatches.
Yeah.
Like it's not like he has a macro hatch somewhere.
Yeah, I mean he's getting squeezed pretty hard here.
Yeah.
And I think we really are at the point of no return here. I think Maru, especially because it's Maru, can just bring this game to a closer here.
The Mutos have done a lot of work for him, but they are getting whittled down here as well. RagnaroK trying to hold on.
GG.
That was a bit of a smash. Maru really showing dominance.
It was murder. Murder. But Maru crushed him.
Yeah, he did.
Maru bashed him. RagnaroK knows it. He feels it. It hurts. But look, Maru going to move on to the round of 16. No surprise there. And I think now the rest of this group gets a lot more interesting. Much harder to say who advances now, for sure.
And, I mean, Nightmare is a huge underdog, but
there's
good. At least fight left here.
Okay, we're going to get this interview translated by Andy here, and then we'll be hopping into the losers match.
And Maru of Junior Green Wings advances to the round of 16 from Group B. Congratulations. Thank you. Sincere congratulations. That was phenomenal control from you. How do you feel advancing as the first place? Well, I mean, Terran is looking really hard right now, so I knew that the matches are going to be hard. But in the end, I'm delighted to have advanced as the first place. But you did asphyxiate the Zerg player by like relentlessly attacking him. I mean, whether it's the TVZ or the TVP, you know, the matchups are so hard, and it's looking hard for the Terran right now. But in the TVP, the match was a bit more fierce than the TVZ. You know, I was playing on stage, and it was so cold, so I thought I was going to die from the cold. But now it's getting a little warmer, so I'm pretty happy. So you're saying that it was really cold on the stage, okay. So Maru, your games were perfect today, so let's go over them. So Maru, you did achieve the 4th consecutive GSL championship, but recently you haven't been able to do too much. And many fans are worried about your shoulder and wrist injury. So how's that doing? I mean, right now I'm going to the hospital 3 times a week, so I'm getting treatments. So, you know, this season my objective was to win the championship, but unless Terran gets above, I don't think that's feasible. Alright, you did mention that you can at least go to the round of 4, okay. So Maru, I want to have a special conversation with you. And today is GSL's 10th year birthday. And so as Maru, as a veteran of GSL, you have been with GSL for multiple years. So what do you think about the anniversary? Well, when I first competed in GSL, I was 14, and now I'm 24. So, you know, aging together with GSL, this feels really good. So, you know, being able to congratulate the 10th year anniversary is a big honor. And I want to have 10 more years of GSL. Okay, thank you for your message. So Maru, who is aiming for his round of 4 spot, anything you want to say before you go? Well, for the practice, Ro helped me a lot. So I think that was why I was able to do good in the match. So are you saying Byeon actually gave you the strategies? Yes. Apparently Byeon had a lot of strategies at his disposal, so Byeon helped me a lot.
그래서 고르고 쓴 게 1세트 빌드였는데.
So, you know, one of the strategies I used was the one that I used in the first set.
패턴은 재선이 형이 도와줘서.
And for the TVT, Bunny helped me a lot. So I think everyone helped me
선수 복귀
a lot.
좀 임박한 것 같습니까? 실력 어떤가요?
So how's Byeon looking right now?
솔직히 떨어질 것 같거든요.
네.
You know, honestly, I thought he would lose in the qualifiers.
별로 잘한다고 생각을 안 해서.
I don't think his match against Protoss is really good right now. So unless he makes good preparation, I think he's gonna have a hard
다시
time.
한번 오늘 1위 진출 축하드립니다.
Once again, congratulations. Thank you.
자, 이렇게
All right.
Did he just say that there's some chance Byung can lose in this GSL? I won't accept it.
How dare he?
I won't accept it.
So we know who advances now first, but like I was saying before, I think really this makes the group a lot more interesting. The rest of these 3 players, anybody could take it. We're going to have the elimination match up next. Nightmare versus Dream.
That should be a fun one.
Sleep jokes incoming here.
Yeah. Well, I think that Dream is better, but I liked how Nightmare tried to play against Maru.
Yeah, he looked really strong.
Yeah, if he can clean a bunch of that up.
And honestly, if he was nervous or anxious, I think a lot of that goes away after the first match.
Yeah.
You can't be that nervous or stressed out for that long.
Yeah.
And I think we had, we had some long series after Nightmare played. He's probably had some time to cool down and get acclimated to the studio. So I think this is going to be a great match.
Yeah, I hope so.
Who do you think takes it?
I do think Dream takes it. I do think so.
Yeah, maybe like 60% Dream favorite. I think Nightmare could take it, though.
I really like Dream's TVP. I think it's really, really good. I think it's top-tier TVP. Much better than his TVZ. So I really do feel him. But if Nightmare plays as well as he did against Maru, but fixes those few things,
okay,
he looks like someone who can beat anybody.
He looks really good.
I mean, throw some wrenches in there.
It's very clear why he managed to qualify. Because we don't always have that. Sometimes we have players who are new and they just freak out and die. And
yeah.
And
well, it's
we
been
don't
a while
see him
since
again,
he's been here, but it's not his first GSL.
Yeah. Why are we still here? We're still filling time.
It's lagging.
It's 10 years, Artosis.
10 years. That's how long.
Even
we've been
our
on camera
outro is
tonight.
lagging right now.
Yeah.
It's good. Very cool. GSL's lasted this long.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay, we can go to break now. That was close. We'll be right back.